Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I have been playing around with things that shimmer and shine and sparkle. Mainly because when we go, if we buy paper packs or even paper, we know if it has glitter or any kind of shimmer or shine or foiling to it, it tends to cost more. So, and then it's hard to get that same effect in a junk journal on a piece of copy dyed paper, unless you use that type of paper. But there is a way around that, and that's what we're going to work on today. I've, like I said, played around with it, and there's a lot of different things. Of course, you can see the foiling. And no, you do not need a special machine for foiling. Especially with new crafters, those machines are expensive. It's too expensive for me. I'm a cheap crafter. So I did play around with it with some, a little bit. And I like the way things turned out. Just a little bit. I'm trying to get it to shimmer, shine in the camera. And it's really, I haven't done anything with that one yet. All right, you go here. It's not as hard as you think. So let's get into it a little bit. I do have a little stack of things here that we can work with. Now, there are different things that you can use for this. If you like the glitter effect, the glitter glue is really a good way to start without having to buy all the little things with glitter, because the minute you open up that glitter, you're going to find it on the opposite side of the house. I mean, Christmas time, I'm always buying the glittery paper and all over the house. So there is that's one. Then there are a lot of other options. These are the glues that I'm using. You can simply use metallic paint. So we have metallic paint. We have foil. And it comes in, excuse me, trying to breathe and swallow at the same time. It comes in these little tubes. This one is a Heidi swap. It's used with the Mink machine. And this is regular deco foil. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And the foil comes in different sizes. I bought the big one like this, mainly because it's the rose gold, and I love that color. So I've got the big one, I've got these smaller ones, and it comes in more than just gold. Let's see if I can pull my drawer out here. It comes in a lot of different colors. I don't know what that's for. That's not supposed to be in here. But you can buy the larger rolls, and I just stuck this in a Tim Holtz washi container, mainly trying to keep it somewhat safe. And they do have a foiling pen. I got this as a gift. I still haven't figured out how to use it, so it's still there. Not sure what that's in there for, but as you can see, it comes in different colors. I've got the silver, the blue, I've got a multicolor stripe. Let's see what color, does it even say what color these are? A rose color. Not rose gold, just a rose color. Anyway, we have all of these. Now, when you open these, in fact, let me do it on this one because this one's easier to get in and out. And all of these, with the exception of these, are about the same. When you start to open it, it'll feel kind of thick, but it's not. There are a lot of different leaves in here. So just be careful when you open it and go to cut a piece off that you're not cutting, 3 or 4 different ones at the same time. Now, I always have trouble getting the tops on when I'm putting a roll of something back in a tube. So what I do, put your lid on to the bottom and squeeze it, and it goes. So get these back out of the way, and I'll put them where they belong. All right, next we have, and they do have a foiling pen, which is like a glue type pen. It's an adhesive pen. And then we have paint pens. Please remember, shake them up really good. So let's start with some of the basics that most of us have on hand. Excuse me, or that's really easy to use. And that's just the plain metallic paints. Now, I'm going to shake this up good. I hope it's shaken up good. And I'm going to put just a drop. See, just a tiny little bit. Now, you can either take your finger or you can use a Q-tip or whatever. In fact, let's do this right. Let's try to not be too messy. I'm going to put this on here, and then you decide where you want the gold to go. Maybe I just want this flower with a little gold on it. Or maybe I just want to go around the edges a little bit. Put some up here. Now, this is not going to shine like foil, but it will give you, I'm not sure, a little bit of shimmer in different places. And that's basically what we're after. Just a little bit of something, something. This is why I love the glass mat. So I can wipe it off. Now, you can do just little edges, like you can do swipes like I did here, and then down in here. You can go on the edges like I did. It's however much you want on the piece, that your page, your piece, or whatever. Then we have gold pens. Now this one, I think I got this one way back at AC Moore. I don't know how many of you remember AC Moore. And these, believe it or not, see, they have a, not quite sure where I got these either. I want to say, no, these aren't Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree was different. It's maybe Michael's or Hobby Lobby, because those are the ones we have here. And with these, you have to get the tip primed, which means you're going to sit there for a little bit until it comes out. Then at that point, you will have to lay your project down, and you can come in here and put it wherever. See, where else can we put this? Put some. Let's do some right around the flower down here. And again, I'm not sure if the camera is even picking it up, but it's another way to go. But wait a minute, I've got another area we can use. Let's try it on this one here, because this one has some designs on it. Now, it does tend to be a little thicker than regular paint, but it will dry. And, you know, it's easy to use. Not very accurate in drawing, but most of the time we're not after accuracy, we're after a little bit of color. This one's supposed to be more of a pink, and they come in different colors. You just have to look for them. Like I said, check out your local brick and mortar stores before ordering online. So that's using those. Then we have the foiling. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I set these up here so they can dry. Now, when you cut a piece of your foiling, and it doesn't tear very easy, so you will have to cut it. I just have a bunch of different colors. Like this is the rose gold. I've got a regular gold, a green, what's supposed to be a blue and the pink and a darker pink. Now with these, you will need some type of adhesive for the back. Let's use this one right here, because it's got something nice on that side, but we want a little something on this. Now you can go two ways. You can use the adhesive pen. You can use any type of glue. This is just tacky glue, which is a water-based glue. You can use your glue stick. You can use your silicone glue. But there is a trick to using this. Now, with a glue stick, I'm just going to come down here, one swipe, just one little swipe. You don't want too much on there, and I like to go back and just sort of give it a little something there. Sort of spread that glue out, and then put it down, and you can see where the glue stick was, you know, where you smeared it on at. Now, it's not going to get every bit of this. Now watch this one, not gonna, it started. Sometimes you just gotta wait and give that glue time to adhere. So let's set this aside for just a minute. I'm gonna go on to another piece. This one here, I'm gonna use the tacky glue. Let's see, we'll come, because this is a, now I'm just gonna put a dab down there, and I'm gonna smear it with my finger to where it's, you can feel it's tacky, which is what I want. And then I'll put that down. And then it didn't get all the way on there, but that's okay. Go back and reapply it. Give that glue a chance to grab hold of it. And that's what I've got. Nice little touch to a paper clip. I mean, is it exact? No. Is it going to grab everything? You know, every piece of that glue? No. But you're getting just that little piece of shimmer or shine. So, set that one over. Now, you will feel some of the glue that did not adhere will stick to the back of your paper, so, or your foil. So just be careful when you're putting them together. Another piece I foiled were page reinforcements. These take a little bit of, what am I talking? I always lose that thing on my desk if I'm not careful. Now, you can color your hole reinforcements, and it's really quite simple. So move these, I have to move these over. I've got so much going on here. Let's get that little, it's dried so I can just, I'll scrape it off later. So these are the paper hole reinforcements. And they come in the paper, they also come in the plastic. Don't use the plastic for this because the ink's not going to stick. These are Avery 6755 basic hole reinforcements in paper. And to dye them, it is, or to color them, it is really quite simple. We have our distressed inks. I've got the walnut, the chip sapphire. Let's do another chip sapphire because I know I'm running low on those. And it's just going around and you can do these as light or as dark. You can do them in where you've got just part of them covered or colored in ink. It's whatever you like. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just what you like. Need a little bit more on the outside. All right, that color looks good to me. And I do label my my ink pads, and I also label the dauber that I use with it. And you can get these on eBay, Amazon, whatever, in a big bag. And then I keep them in one of my little trays, just like my garbage bowl tray, with a piece of acetate from an old box in the bottom. And then I can set that back in there, and I know which one I can pull. So I'm not mixing my colors. Now with these, I did go in and buy the case for them, so that now when I want one, because they're labeled, I can actually see the ones I have and what I want to use. So when you're doing your hole reinforcements, you've got to give that ink a chance to dry. So I've already done one. In fact, I've done two. This is a walnut stain. This is a chipped sapphire. So I'll set that over there to dry. Now I'm going to take my glue stick, and all I'm going to do is run down these run down the hole reinforcements. I can set that one aside. I do want to wipe that off a moment, because I don't want the glue to stick to the back side. You don't have to get it on there to where you've got it on every reinforcement. All right, pick this up. Now I'm going to come back in, and do I want to use, I'll use the rose gold. This is always real pretty, especially on the sapphire. Rub that good. Make sure I've got it on where all the glue is. And did it stick everywhere? No, but there's just enough to give it that special shimmer and shine. I'm gonna use the same on here. It doesn't matter if you get it in the same place or whatever, because you can come back and reuse this sheet until all the foiling is gone. And there is that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I will set these to dry because the glue on them is not set yet. Now I've got this other, okay, it's dry enough. Now with your ink, do you have to use the Distress Oxide? No, you use whatever ink you want. Just give it a chance to dry first. And then, because I don't want it sticking to my, okay. Now I'm going to use the same part where I was before. Set it down. Give it a nice little rub. I can already see where it's sticking to the glue. And I'm not sure it's going to show up, but. And then I'm simply going to come in here. And there we go. Now do give this glue, do give it time to dry, because you still got, the glue in there. So we'll set that one over there to dry. Now I've still got a lot left on the sheet. So let's see, where did I've had to rearrange everything on my desk because it wasn't working. Now I can come in here. All right, let's say I want some on this page here. Take my glue stick, and just wherever you want that little bit of shimmer, And I'm going to still use the side that I had started with. And remember, you will have to give this time to dry, so you leave your book open. It doesn't take but just a few minutes. And if you don't, I mean, if it didn't stick too good, come to another part. Oh, this one just doesn't want to adhere much. See, this is what's going to happen. It's going to get stuck. And I'll just come in, and wherever I had the glue and it didn't stick the first time, I need to move that out of the way. I'll move you out of the way. And now this wants to give me a hard time. Of course, I'm on camera. Any other time, not a problem. And that still doesn't want to, well, yeah, it did do some. Make sure I've got places where it's not putting down a lot, but I'm just trying to go over where I had my glue. And sometimes it will come off real good. Now, it may not look like I've got much up there, and I didn't want a whole lot, but I do have that shimmer and that little piece of sparkle. And I've even got it on the page. So, oops, I didn't want to do that. I need to lay that open to make sure, until you can feel that the glue is all dried. Right, there's still some there. It's not dried. And it must not like this page. But regular copy paper, we shouldn't have a problem. So, set that one there. That was the one I did earlier. It had a few different colors on it. So I want to set that up there for a minute. And I'm going to come in here. Ooh, that is pretty. I do like that paper. Now, with the pen, the adhesive pen with the deco, it's supposed to go with the deco foil, which is Hobby Lobby. Yeah, it comes out okay, but it comes out a lot at a time. So you just have to give it, smear it around. And it's just a touch. This is okay. It's not my favorite choice. My favorite choice is the tacky glue, or the Fabri-Tac. Because I can come in here, I can smear it till I can feel it's tacky. Put that down. Oh, come on, you don't want to come off. And there, I've got more. So if there's still glue there, I'm just going to continue to put that down. And there, we've got that little bit of shimmer, and I'm sticking to everything. So it's a little time consuming, yes, but it's fun. I'm going to come back here with, since I used the rose gold, coming back in with the paint pen. Just do some little dots over here in the corner. And all that's going to do is just going to give you a shimmer up there. Okay. I'm just going to cover in this whole corner. Come back with my finger and smear it out a little. And you get just a bit of shimmer there. Okay, now, I know you've seen me do this before. And how I store mine, I do have an old tape roll, and I store it upside down because these are a pain to get down into where you can use it if you don't. Come this way, and then we'll do this butterfly wing. It doesn't put down a solid layer of glitter, but it does give you a little glittery effect. Trying to see if the camera's even picking that up this morning. See, I love these. This is actually a napkin. And I'm going to come around and I'm just going to put some down on these eggs. This is also good to use at Christmas time if you, the iridescent, because it just gives a shimmer. Just like that. Very easy. And of course all this stuff has to dry. But it's the way that I get different little aspects to what I'm creating. Just a little bit of fun, just a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of shimmer or shine to bring out that little spark of something. Now these will run you probably $4 or $5 for the pens. This ran me almost $7, and it's a big disappointment. This one here, I've had it for so long, and it's called a gold leafing pen. And yes, this was a little expensive too. But these, very inexpensive. You get the metallic shimmer. Oops. This is inexpensive. It's, you know, like sometimes you can find it at Michael's in the bins for $1. Hobby Lobby usually has it for about $1. And it may not be this brand, but you're looking for an iridescent fine glitter glue. Those work. And I mean, we have glues. We all have our favorite glues to use. Foiling, I would suggest, if you're going to try it, find a color you really like and just get one. Now, the Heidi Swap is a thinner foil than the Hobby Lobby foil, and when you let that sit in the glue and dry, you get a lot more coverage. So just something to play with, to have fun with, you know, to increase our stash. Bring a little pizzazz to our stash. I see this one, sometimes the plastic in between the glue doesn't really dry on it. But once you let the glue dry on the paper, you can easily wipe it off the plastic. Let's go. This one, I still had some glue on it. Just wipe that off. That one's already dry because I already did that one first and wiped it off. But why go out and spend all this money for foiling when, yes, it can be a little, you know, expensive once you're getting started, especially if you buy that Mink machine, which I'm not knocking it. I just can't afford it. So this is what I've come up with. No, I did not come up with it. I actually learned it from Genevieve Designs. I need more coffee this morning. So if you've enjoyed the mess that I've created today, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because there's no telling what else we're going to do here in the Dragon's Den. Oh, one more thing. It was brought to my attention. Some of you can hear like this low noise in the background, almost like a little roar or something. I have an exhaust fan that sits across my desk. And the reason is, in the dragon's den, I'm in the far corner, so the air doesn't actually reach here, and it gets a little stuffy. So that's the fan that's going. And I will try to adjust my camera a little. Well, it's not my camera, it's my cell phone. But the overreach arm it's on is way over there, and I can't reach it, so I have to wait for my son to do it. So I hope y'all don't mind the noise, because it gets so stuffy in here with that fan off. But that's that low growl in the background. I will see what I can do about reducing that. It's kind of hard to reach, because like I said, it's on the other side of the overreach arm, and I can't reach the controls. I'm sorry, I got short arms, and I'm only 5 foot tall. So I'm short. I have to wait for my son, and hopefully he can reach it for me. So once again, thank you for joining me in the Dragon's Den, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.